Good evening, everyone. Let's call the November 28th, 2023 North Liberty City Council meeting to order, please. Tracy, could we have roll call?
Bermal.
Here.
Harrington.
Here.
Siddick.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Wason.
Here. Thank you. Item 3 is approval of the agenda. There are no changes.
Correct.
Kind of a motion for approval, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4 is a consent agenda. There was a great question in the response from Ryan today. Are there any other questions for this one? Have a motion for consideration, please.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5 is public comment. Now is the time for anyone in the audience that has a comment on an item that's not already on our agenda tonight. There are no members of the public out there, but I'll open this public hearing. Going once, going twice, and I'll close the public comment section. Item 6, Josiah, engineer's report, please.
Thank you. Just a couple updates. Projects that are in design that we haven't mentioned for a while. 2 of them, West Penn Street reconstruction, first of all. We're at the 95% stage in the design of that. We had a review meeting with the city and with Johnson County, combined joint meeting for that project, and that went well. We're working on final review, a last final review set, which will be mid-December. And then we'll again meet with city and county officials, make sure everybody's on board with everything that got updated. That's planned for issuing for bids in January next year. So it'd be before you in mid-February, or for the February meeting, second meeting in February. Also, for Evergreen Road signalization improvements, we've got a final review set issued, and we're going to be meeting with city staff in the next week or so to do that last review. That one's also planned to be bid in January, and both of those projects are for construction next year. So that's the signals on Evergreen and West Penn Street reconstruction. There's a new project sort of underway. That was the Evergreen Road extension, the functional design study to connect Evergreen Road from 12th Avenue by North Central Junior High over to the new roundabout that Corville built on North Liberty Road. So we've got underway on that. We've got survey data collected, new aerial imagery. We've got property owner approvals to get access to their ground to do field investigations. So the archaeological and soil boring work and environmental work. Some of all of that's underway. The first few months of this is basically all this field work to do those data collection and then get reports to document, not only for us to come up with a functional design, but when this project becomes a real construction project and a DOT funding, we're going to have the archaeological, the environmental, all that stuff done. So one of the benefits is we're getting it now. So it'll be ready to go. On our schedule for that, our first draft of something for the cities is in May of 24 as a first draft to start looking through the design, a functional design. And I think that's it, Mayor, for project updates.
Thanks, Josiah. Any questions for Josiah? All right, Ryan, item number 7 is yours, city administrator report.
Great. I have a few things I want to mention tonight. First is an update on the next stage project in terms of fundraising. I'm happy to report we're approaching $650,000 either pledged or raised. I mentioned this last meeting, but it probably deserves another mention. There's a group of us going down to Riverside tomorrow for an award presentation. We don't know the amount, so we're kind of all anxious about that. But by tomorrow night, we'll know what that award is. We applied for $500,000. They did say that it's very possible that the entire ask would not be funded, but it seems like it will be hopefully something substantial. And then lastly, next week we'll be going back to Enhance Iowa for the third time. And I am really hopeful that we'll see an award come out of this meeting. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. Wanted to let this group know that well, you all know we have 2 new elected officials starting in January. We are starting on the staff end here. We're starting the orientation process with them. Most of you, except maybe Brian and Chris, went through it because we didn't have. You guys have been on so long, we didn't really have an orientation program.
We
back
just
then.
met in a cornfield and said, this is where the city was.
That's right. And so we'll start with some one-on-one meetings with each of them to update them on projects and activities that are ongoing. And then we're actually doing a joint tour with both of them where we'll go visit all the facilities and meet the department heads. So those will occur over the next couple of weeks. At the December 12th meeting, we will have the oath of office administered to both of the new counselors. We have to have it done before January 5th. We aren't having a second meeting in December, and so it makes sense to do it then. And then lastly, also at the December 12th meeting, we're looking to have a brief discussion on just laying some groundwork for the upcoming budget discussion. We talked about some things in September about revenues and the impacts of the new bill. This particular discussion will look more like our goal setting session, not goal setting, but kind of making sure we're all on the same page. If there are any new ideas out there to hear them now, we'll have a little packet, much like we did last year, for you to chew on. And of course, the new folks will be invited. Hopefully they'll be here because we're having the oath of office for them. And we'll have the same information you folks have. So that's looking ahead for the 12th. And I mentioned this already, but as a reminder, we will not have a second meeting in December. And that's what I have tonight, Mayor, unless there are questions.
Any questions for Ryan? All right. Item 8 is the mayor's report. I just got to start off by asking, how did your week start? Was it any better than mine?
Probably not.
I had a great time, and I'm very appreciative of city staff allowing me to jump up in an excavator and take a few swipes at that old Casey's building. So it's awesome. Great way to start your week. I would recommend it to everybody.
We didn't have to pay more in insurance, did we?
That part
It
of it.
wasn't our excavator, so it was the contractor's risk.
He was fine. Garrett was a great guy, great instructor, refresher for me. On a more serious note, I had JEXA meeting was probably once a quarter. We do hit 2 of them in a row, November and December, getting the first go around of the budget, and there will not be an additional ask. It'll be the same ask there for levy. We get that from, and that goes through the county, goes through the MA board as well. So, and finally, Ryan and I had an opportunity after the League of Cities conference. One of the big takeaways that I had, and I think maybe a number of us had, is telling the city's story. And one of those suggestions, which should come natural to us, is to talk to and be in communication with our local legislators. So today, Ryan and I had lunch and gave a tour for Representative Nielsen and Senator Walz of the new City Hall, and had an opportunity to tell them about the next stage. And also what the budget impacts were, for them to see those real numbers in there. And it was good for us to understand a little bit of how Senator Walz describes the sausage being made, on how that law became what it was, and encouraged us to just keep doing what we're doing and advocating for us at the city with all of our constituents. So as you have relationships in other cities and know other elected persons, I encourage you to reach out, get coffee, get lunch, and build those relationships, because I plan to, and we hope to have continued conversations with the 2 of them here over the next couple of years. That's all I have. Item 9 then is council reports.
I would like to say, although I did not see you on the machine, I was very excited to see the building come down. So I will say that.
Same here. It's a slab now.
Yes.
Anything else, Brian?
Just to piggyback on what you said, when I talk to people, everybody's excited. What's going on? What are you doing now in North Liberty? So
Yeah.
It's always good to, what are we doing now and stuff. And then we went to the MPO meeting maybe 2 weeks ago now. Mostly it was getting some stuff set up for further fundings for some transit projects. The update on the the rail, possible bus. I think they said maybe June, I believe.
That's right.
Maybe have some information back on that. But some of that, when you looked at the plan, there's actually some stuff that actually would be useful for all sorts of different things. So hopefully we'll get some information out of that. And the mayor and I are on the nominating committee for the next chair of the MPO.
Mayor, I'll kind of report ahead this Friday. Better Together 2030 is our Q4 board of directors meeting, and Ryan will be speaking. I know, Mayor, you're trying to attend as well, so just put that out there.
I wasn't here last time, but I'll mention a couple things I did before that last meeting. One was joining Senator Walls and Representative Nielsen on the panel for the Pizza and Politicians at the library.
They said that was a great time, and there was a good turnout too. We haven't had
It
that
was.
turnout for a few years.
Yeah, it was
So
really good.
Thanks for doing that.
The kids had really good questions, and it was an interesting night. And then I also attended the ribbon cutting for the Healing Trail at the historic Poor Farm. It's really a moving tribute, remembrance of what happened there, and I urge everyone to go out and see what's out there now.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you all. That's very helpful information. Item 10 is the FY23 annual financial report, and item A is the discussion and possible action regarding the FY23 annual financial report. Turn it over to Tracy.
It's simply a summary of all of the revenues and expenditures the city received or made in fiscal year 23. It's just a report of activities. Happy to answer questions if there are any.
I would just add, and I mentioned it in an email, that this is a report that we don't do much with. Curious to how many people at the state look at this thing, but it's a report we're required to fill out.
The Census Bureau uses it nationally. I know that. And a lot of the data gets collected statewide and compiled into a lot of the, like Iowa State University uses it for research and that kind of thing. Collectively, not just one at a time.
And this is a reporting process that the cities have had to undergo now for 10-ish years or so.
Oh, no.
No.
No longer than that. I'm sorry. No, I'm thinking of the next one coming up here.
Probably like forever.
Forever. Okay. So I'm thinking of the next one. I'm kind of excited about the next one. You guys dumbed it down a little bit today for us. So anyway, any questions for Ryan or Tracy? And so possible action is just to approve this. Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Is that what we do?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
Tracy, can we run this through a roll call, please?
We don't have a motion on the table.
Oh, how about I get one?
Move
Could I have
that
a
we
motion?
approve it.
All right. Thank you.
I'll second, Mayor.
Any questions or comments? Tracy, roll call, please.
Bermal,
Aye.
Basin,
Aye.
Harrington,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Smith.
Thank you all. Item 11 is the FY23 Annual Urban Renewal Report, and this is also discussion and possible action regarding the FY23 Annual Urban Renewal Report. Anything to add to this one, Tracy?
I'm happy to answer questions. It's a summary of how our TIF revenues have come in and how they've been expended out.
I think this document is, while maybe it's kind of dry and long and maybe took a while to put together, it's a great trip down memory lane. And especially for our new counselors coming in, if they're watching, go find this report and read it, and you'll get some context on what we're doing here. Anything else? Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All right, I will stop being enthusiastic. Any other comments? All right, Tracy, roll call, please.
Harrington,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Basin,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 12 is the Penn Street Railroad Crossing Project, and item A is resolution number 2023-134. And this is a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing execution of the contract for the Penn Street Railroad Crossing Improvements Project, North Liberty, Iowa. Could I have a motion for consideration?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Do you guys have any questions other than the great one asked today?
I think I've asked this before, but what's the history with Midwest? I'm assuming good.
Yeah, they've done, well, the most recent project is the paving at Penn Meadows Park this summer, and they also did one of our front street paving. So
What's is there concerned with, I think the timing is such that it's not going to affect school, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So the crossing's not an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Will be a detour. I mean, it will shut down Penn
Yeah.
Street. So.
Yeah, but there's a fair amount of kids that make that crossing for school time, so that won't be an issue. So,
Sure,
which is good.
correct,
Yeah.
Anything else from staff level you want to add on to this other than what's in your memo?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Good. We had good interest, good bids, very competitive.
So, Tracy, can we have a roll call, please?
Harrington,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 13 is the Fox Run Pond Trail Project, and item A is a public hearing regarding proposed plans, specifications, and estimate of cost for the Fox Run Pond Trail Project. I'll now open the public hearing. Seeing no one in the audience, I will close public hearing. Item B then is resolution number 2023-135, and this is a resolution finally approving and confirming plans, specifications, and estimate of cost for the Fox Run Pond Trail Project. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Do you guys have any questions or comments on that? It was a great map of what that'll look like. Tracy, roll call, please.
Sittig,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Harrington,
Aye.
Wason.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 14 is Forever Green Road Project 28E, and this is resolution number 2023-136, a resolution approving the 28E agreement contract for allocation of funding and costs for the Forever Green Road Extension Project between the City of North Liberty and the City of Coralville. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Do you guys have any questions about this?
I just had one question. So I'm understanding that if we pick the number of our bid, if it comes in way more than that, then we're going to stop and we're going to think about it again.
Reevaluate, yes.
Okay.
We're a ways off from that
Yeah.
point, as I mentioned, but yes.
Good question. Anyone else? Tracy, could I have a roll call, please?
Bermal,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 15 is West Penn Street Improvement Project Just Compensation. And item A is resolution number 2023-137. This is a resolution authorizing the establishment of compensation estimates for the West Penn Street Improvement Project. Could I just get a motion for consideration first, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Grant or
Yeah,
Brian?
I will
Thank you.
illuminate a little bit here. So you folks have the power to establish compensation estimates in lieu of appraisals for the acquisition of parcels needed for otherwise acquired by eminent domain. When the cost of appraising those things, those parcels would exceed the estimated value of the land. So we have some two parcels on the west side of James Avenue Northwest that have very, very small takings that would be required for this project, so that the appraisals would cost twice as much as what's estimated for. And so based on the information of the appraisers, they've taken the neighboring properties that the appraiser finds to be of similar quality and use the appraised values for those properties and multiply that to get you a price per acre, and that's the estimate for this. And so this resolution approves that process, the use of those estimates for this project. The next resolution then establishes the appraisals and the estimates as just compensation for each of those respective parcels. So you had to do this one first and then the next one. So I'm happy to answer questions, but this one is really straightforward. These are very similar ag parcels west of town, and I'm comfortable with the assertion that the properties are of similar character and quality and farm values. That right now these are assessed at, or not assessed, but the estimate is $17,000 an acre for pure ag land is a pretty good number. So
Thanks, Grant. Any questions for staff or any other comments? All right. Tracy, could I have a roll call, please?
Harrington,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Motion carries. And then item B is resolution number 2023-138, and this is a resolution establishing just compensation estimates for acquisition of certain real property for the West Penn Street Improvement Project. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any other questions? All right. Tracy, could we have a roll call, please?
Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Harrington,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Item 16 is Forever Green Road Signalization Project, just compensation. Item A then is resolution number 2023-139. This is a resolution establishing just compensation for acquisition of certain real property for the Forever Green Road Signalization Project. Could I have a motion for consideration first, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Anything
Yeah.
else to add?
And folks, second verse, same as the first here. All of these properties, there were only 3 of them, have been appraised. They were different, and so an estimate was not appropriate here. We've been in contact with all the property owners. They're aware of this, and this is just we're moving forward with eminent domain, although we don't anticipate needing to do so. This is just to keep the project on track so that we can have a spring bid and get good bids. So recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Grant? Tracy, could I have a roll call, please?
Smith,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 17 is our franchise fee ordinance, and this is second consideration of ordinance number 2023-27, an ordinance amending the Mid-American Energy Company, Interstate Power and Light Company, and Lynn County Rural Electric Cooperative franchise agreements to adjust franchise fees. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions since last meeting on this one? All right. Tracy, could we have a roll call, please?
Sittig,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Bermal,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 18 is fats, oils, grease ordinance, and this is also a second consideration of ordinance number 2023-28, an ordinance amending chapters 95 and 97 of the North Liberty Code of Ordinances, further limiting the discharge of fat, oil, and grease into the sanitary sewer system, codifying maintenance and record-keeping requirements and of fat, oil, and grease recovery systems, and establishing permitting requirements and penalties for non-compliance. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any follow-up questions since the last meeting on this one? Tracy, roll call, please.
Sittig,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Harrington,
Aye.
Bermal.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 19 is stormwater fees ordinance, and item A is second consideration of ordinance number 2023-29. And this is an ordinance amending Chapter 100 of the North Liberty Code of Ordinances, establishing an equitable fee structure for stormwater utility services. Could I have a motion for consideration?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions on this one since the last time?
Just confirming you've only heard back from that one business still? That's
correct.
still the case?
Yes.
Okay.
Tracy, roll call, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Bermal.
Aye.
Harrington,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 20 is old business. Anything out there?
I realized when I mentioned the pizza and politicians, I should have mentioned also that we had a couple of youth council members on the panel as well, and it was great to have them there.
Cool. Item 21 is new business. All right. Item 22 is adjournment. Could I have a motion for consideration to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you all very much.